guys, so today I want to do a quick rundown of Markdown. So Markdown is a text format that gets compiled into HTML, and it's really handy for content creation. It's handy for developers, and we use it in our project phase 1 for the actual biography content. So I wanted to do a quick run through of that. Now to do that, I'm using HackMD. You can find our own little local installation of HackMD at http://notes.adelie.co, and you'll have to register to make an account, or you can use guest notes. But once you do, you'll see the screen that you see here on my screen, and it's a little weird. Markdown's a little strange because it's not a final format. You don't read Markdown files typically. The whole point of using Markdown is it gets compiled to HTML. So on the left here on this screen, you'll see the Markdown field where I will be writing text in Markdown, and on the right you'll see the outputted HTML. So let's dive right into it. If I use a hashtag, that is the same as using an H1 tag or an H tag. So this is equal to this, essentially. This is equal to this. Yeah. And the amount of hashtags correlates to the amount of header it is. So if I do this, this will be this, and so on and so forth. So let's create a shopping list by doing hashtag my shopping list. And on the right, you can see immediately it gets compiled to H1. If I do standard text without anything, like hello, my name is Kevin, then on the right you'll see it gets outputted right here. But if I use the Chrome developer tools to click this, you can actually see it's getting wrapped in a paragraph tag. So that's really handy. You don't have to care anymore about writing this stuff in your markup. You can just write it, and it'll get output to HTML when you go to compile your Markdown. So let's keep on moving. Unordered list is just done with a little dash. So cheese, eggs, milk. You can create checkbox lists with this little square bracket syntax here. And so if you look on the right, I can actually click these checkboxes and tick them off. And you'll notice back on the left, it gets filled with an X right here as I click it. So that's pretty cool. If I want to do an order list, I just do 1, 2, 3, 4. So like wake up, eat some food, and go to sleep. Now if I want to type a link, square brackets for the link text, so Google. Open parentheses for the URL, so google.com. And then you'll see again on the right it's outputted down here. I'm going to erase this to make some room. Now let's keep going. One of the most annoying things to write in HTML is tables. Tables are goddamn terrible, but in Markdown it's really easy. So let's just create a random table about weather type, pros, cons, and then I create this little divider row. It doesn't matter how many little hyphens I use, so I could do like this, for example. And then on the right you'll see already that the first table header row is outputted as HTML successfully. So now let's add values, let's add rows to this table on the left. Sunny weather is hot, but it can be humid. I don't know. Cold weather is cool, or rather rainy weather. Feeds plants, but it's also humid. Alright, so now on the right, if I just copy and paste this a bunch of times, this syntax, it's not the prettiest syntax on the left, but it is very intuitive, right? It's a bar, a value, a bar, a value, and a bar to just wrap all the data in your table. But on the right, it gets outputted with bold text in the first row. It gets the alternating row color syntax, color highlighting thing gets inputted. And if we do Chrome Developers Tools and observe this markup, you can actually see table,thead, tr, th, this disgusting stuff is taken care of for us by Markdown. So it's really handy. And finally, I'm just trying to go through everything as fast as possible. Finally is the code backtick syntax. Let's say to output something to the console, type console.log. So if I wrap some code in backticks, then on the right you can see it gets converted to a monospaced font, and it gets that little typical, background is gray little syntax thing to indicate that what you see there is code. That's the inline version of it with one pair of backticks. To do the block version of it, just do this, console.log, like this, let x equals 5. Now, one thing with hackmd and Markdown that's kind of useful is after this first set of triple backticks, if you actually indicate the language, it'll change the color highlighting. So if I type JavaScript here, then on the left you'll see that the console.log is now syntax highlighted, so you can see what's going on a little easier. So if I change this to bash, this will error out, but I can now type bash here. This is a comment. Git clone git at github.com. Oh, I guess bash doesn't get highlighting. Shell? Oh yeah, there we go, shell. So yeah, that's Markdown in a very, very rapid fire video. I hope you get something from it, and I hope you use notes.adelie.co. It's really, really neat, and we'll be using it a lot, so please take the time to learn it. Thanks.